Is it raining? Sounds like it's raining. Here, let me see real quick. It's messy. This room is being renovated. But it was, I don't know, it's just a fountain thing. I have headphones on so I didn't hear it before. Well, hope everyone's having a beautiful evening. I am fixing to tie some yellow flags, even though there are none here on the coast. But I don't have any brush, so figured tie some of these to give to a buddy who wants some brush babies. And more than happy to tie them. So I'm gonna try to get to Boca within the next few days. That is a little more easy to get to from here. It's a tri-rail away, but also just easier to get to. Hope everyone's having a beautiful morning. It is 4:24 here in Southeast Florida. My eyes are absolutely fried. I haven't slept a good amount of time. I mean, a few hours here and there, but wake right back up and trying to get my stuff reorganized because I probably have about half of the stuff. So just reorganizing that. I think I did find a camper, so two really, zeroing in one or the other, and gonna try to get it set up and try to find where to store it currently, and then been reading like forums for RVs and that kind of thing to figure out how you go about doing that. Because docking a vessel is very expensive, but RV parks are just about everywhere in Florida still. So I really wanna get on that and be mobile finally. I've been wanting that for a long time, and the rent just got higher and higher, and I don't even need that big of an apartment, but $1,400 is just $1,100 is like a steal at this point. But just fixing to tie this yellow fly here from the. I just love how intense it sounds. The Federation of Fly Fish is beautiful. Like I don't know, Federation just is really. Florida. I want to see. Yeah. I drink pretty much coffee and water with coffee brewed in it. But anywho, I'm doing pretty alright. Getting right into it here. My eyes are fried. I was wondering why they were quite literally burning, and took a picture and was able to see they are actually fried. So I might even go smaller, but this will be good. I'm on the old vise. Haven't been able to find anything to clamp the other one to. Hey everyone, I just saw a thumb. Pretty sound. Let me get that light. And for thread, finally getting around to using this intense red. And this is the the 52 denier fly smith thread. They're really affordable and real good. Haven't snapped once. I need to pull out more clothes. Now that I'm back in civilization, I can get some white t-shirts. But if anyone has a small business or whatever, I'm happy to kind of just, the background is, I the light. I'm so sunburnt. Like, well, you can't. Not like red, but I can feel it. And I am a Floridian. I do get red, but it usually like it's like for a few hours a day. But I'm don't want to say it. Definitely reptilian. That's for sure. I just like the peeling part of sunburn is just my least favorite. And usually pretty good at avoiding sunburn because the sun is wicked, especially down here. So it was the pier, and it was the first time back. So I didn't have sunburn on me. I wasn't gonna go back. It'll kill me a few decades from now, so won't worry about it. Alright, so yellow fluff. Let me pull some of this off. Use, oh, that top is pretty nice and even. I like these odd colored ones. They kind of look like they've been burned. Let's see. Yeah, I have to get some tea and stuff. I had a mobile kitchen set up with like frying oil, salt, pepper, tea, honey, but it's in the a different camper. I had a gut feeling not to leave it too. Like my gut was like, girl, you don't need that. But yeah, man, zeroed in on two campers. One 35-foot, one is from the 80s. So it looks, visually stunning. I really like that palette. Too many. I might pull a different feather. So, really excited on that. One is 500 and the other is 2,000. So, tomorrow I'm hoping to see the $500 one because that's the one that found me first anyway. And you never know, I might be able to like set multiple up because I do have a buddy in Jupiter that said more than welcome to camp it. And maybe I could set up 2 fishing campers and then somebody else could use one anytime and just like document it. I can't carve stone yet. I mean, I haven't really put much thought into it, but here, should I wait? Should I put some lead on this? I wonder. Well, no. I'll be real. All my freaking flies sink anyway, so this will be perfect. I'll be able to see it. I'll be real. My mosquito was a swimming mosquito. I'll get the better lighting. Then a few days, maybe ordering more thread, and I'm gonna also get a better, crisper light to put in front of the hook because it blurs up a lot. Excuse. Yeah, I definitely need tea. Then, gosh. But life is short. And sometimes leap of faiths like either end up on another ledge, splat, or like in a nice pool of water. So this is some gold thread. I'm not too sure the reasoning behind multiple threads. I forgot to look that up, but it came in that hairline kit, and the color is really regal. I'm guessing you could just really affect how much you want in it. I don't know, but I know one thing, my life has significantly improved since I have acquired that, as well as this wire. These hair ties you can get at the dollar store. They're like an odd material, but a few of them have pearls on it, which double as eyes. You know, you can use this for fish eyes. But they don't slide around. They don't have that elastic that dry rots. And I mean, they'll dry rot too, but it takes longer. And rubber bands that won't melt or get tacky or anything. Flat hair ties too are good for the fishing line because they don't roll around. Ooh, let me get my kamikazes. I don't know if that's insensitive. Let me read these. Yeah, Jupiter is really, really nice. I briefly lived there a while back, and just, they're really nice. Because it's that classic Florida landscape, but it is very coastal. Like far inland there, you could still feel the salt in the air. And exploring more the watery bits, like the inlet and stuff, I can see why now. There's so many nooks and crannies. But man, when I said that I wanted to try my hand at kingfishing out there, was not kidding. And I have a buddy that's like, more than happy to take me out there, but dude's like, I see his posts, like, the dude's a 100% beast. So I would be silly to pass up an opportunity where I can not only learn something, but offer like grunt work. It's not easy. I don't like saying shit like this at all, but it's not easy as a lady to find anything other than confused looks or kind of like perverted responses. So it has not been easy. Like I told y'all, I was looking for a saltwater rod and I found one, good one. I forgot what I was looking for, but he had a saltwater rod and a different thing. I think I forgot. Anyway, somehow that led him to ask if I wore butt plugs. So yes, it's definitely a crapshoot. It's either gonna be like sweet, somebody learned something from, or just like yet another awkward experience, which life has both. So not really put too much other thought into it. So pretty dang picky with them. People especially right now, because I'm trying to go out to the Gulf Stream. So, and I don't know a lot of people personally, so I've really been on a mission to like meet locals that go out often, and more people in the vessel means more fish. Well, I'm streaming in a house on the second floor. 1920s house, and I haven't experienced any paranormal activity yet, but it's about the oldest you'll get as far as houses in this area is 1927, or 20s rather. This I did way too long, but that's alright. I'm gonna fish it anyway. Because I got time to fill my box, because I forgot my fly rod, and I had less than 24 hours to put whatever I could fit in a U-Haul without sleeping for 2 days. So I left a lot, and really sucks, because like noticing what other stuff I forgot. It's hard to pack up 6 years in less than 24 hours by yourself. Like the packing part was really difficult. Not the moving stuff, like getting help moving stuff is one thing. It's like the actual, like, what do I want to make sure like doesn't part from my life. I'm very sentimental, so a lot of the stuff there is my grandparents, antiques, and collectibles. Sucks. Multiple dogs at once. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't even say anything about it. But don't even want to. Lame as hell. I gotta laugh because all I'm thinking about is like how to make life count, and couldn't really get much going for a while, so my mind is just like an absolute flood right now. And so I'm trying a new sleep schedule. I get up at 3 in the morning, and I fall asleep whenever I sit down and fall asleep. God. Oh, that's a good, right there. Just came right on. So got this hen hackle here from a goodie bag, I think. Could be wrong. Not bad. All the other ones that I have, that variety cat, which lovely. Shoot, I'm sorry. Hey, Mr. Cool Cat. I'm pretty well. I'm excited to stream during the daytime, and I might try to find a place with Wi-Fi, because I have to figure out how to do phone. I was on someone else's plan, so kind of worried that it's gonna go off at any second. So I do wanna like sit out for a while somewhere and just have the camera like pointed to the ocean or something, because that's where my mind is pointed. Maybe do like shell streams on Sundays or something, because I will also be making like kind of what I used to call mermaid salvage, because just like whatever you find on the beach, copper wired together, and just trying to get the creative juices flowing again. What am I doing? Wish I was never born. So, I really like it as is. That color combination. These are a little chewed up, but that's a good thing for a learner. So, probably hit it at the chewed up bit. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I always forget, like, which way to point the feather when I go to put it on. Like, second guess it every single time. Like, when you leave your house and it's like, did I turn the oven on? Or is the oven on? I used to use the oven for clothes at one point. Not for very long, because, like, I could not sleep at night. One winter, it got very cold. Floridians were dying, for Christ's sake. Oh, I don't mean to laugh at that. I have no idea. I just remember it was really cold. It was forever ago. But, yeah. Alright, I'm going back too far, I think. God, this thread is just, like, insane. You could, like, really, really pull on it. I think maybe some stuff I got was dry rotted or something. Because anytime I used black thread, like, any of my first learning to tie fly streams, the black thread videos, whoa. And every kind I ordered, like, was somehow, I was worse off. I don't want to say the thread was worse, but I was worse off. Let's see. Let me get these comments on this phone. Hey, Donna. Longest-running TV preacher Jimmy Swaggart is in the hospital, suffering from cardiac arrest. Jerry Lee Lewis's cousin. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, oh, the night I got back, my friend's really close friend passed away. A really awesome dude. He was from Jamaica, and his beard was a dreadlock. And it's actually one of the people I was looking forward to seeing, to be honest. A few people I was looking, and for a while I almost lost interest in, like, coming back to Lake Worth because so many people just go. Like, because until, you know, streaming for a while, I really didn't know anybody who fished besides, like, a few people that were at that time out of Florida. One friend, known since childhood, did, oh, where's my, did, commercial. And another childhood friend is doing commercial salmon. And another childhood friend is just did commercial salmon and is back here and is getting into fishing, which I'm patiently waiting for to come to Palm Beach County finally. because I know he is one of the only people I know that is down to be out there for a while and like get in nooks and crannies and stuff without fear. And so really want to do some kayak fishing, camping. There's so many spots, you know. If we get yelled at, we just kayak on. Ain't no thing. And Peanut Island is $6 to camp overnight. But still gotta get a little more situated. And my bait caster respooled, so I can do that. And tomorrow I'm finally getting to see my parents after months of my dad's whole freaking turning on the world. But again, like, I'm not saying be an asshole to me, but I'm a very patient person, and like when someone is an asshole to me, like I know, like if I know I didn't do anything to him, it's like obviously something else. You know, it's really basic stuff that like obviously gets forgotten in push comes to shove situations, but like just yeah, just human stuff. So, but like couldn't um physically like stay. I could come by, but I was there for 5 months. You know. My dad's a very tough, proud dude, so obviously him being completely taken out of order and can't even walk to the post office, like, has really ramped up his rage there, that's for sure. But he does not sound good. He literally sounds like someone who's here only for a little bit longer. And now I went from like my mom, you know, saying, "Oh, I wish you could come over," which already pisses me off so much. It's just I hate this like it's petty, like not normal, like hate-fueled shit, and it's a waste of time and life. And but it went from that to like them begging me to come over, and like my dad begging me to come over. So that never happened. It's like everything sucked for so long. Finally, out of the cloud of like suck, uh, it's just so much time went by, kind of coming back to ruins. But my dad like went hard his whole life, never went a day without getting hammered. So I am very surprised that he lived this long. But I'm not saying that like I don't hate him or anything. It's just I guess you get kind of normalized or whatever. And when something like that comes to an end, it's brutal. And I called that for years. Like if he does ever get sick, or you know, when the natural processes start to show their hands, it's going to be brutal. I'm also an only child, so I didn't know how much more I could take of like everything, and not being able to get what I wanted to personally get done out of life done. Like see the things I wanted to see. Like born and raised Florida, I've never seen the Keys. That's fucked up. Tell you right now, that's not like do not tell uh DeSantis there, because There's probably an extra tax for that or some shit. I don't know. I'm a little delirious, but yeah. Never been to the Keys. Here, look at some more of that burnt bit. And I'm just gonna tie the next one with a shorter tail. About like that. Let's see. So, we're gonna, I guess my dad's gonna grill steak. He can hardly stand, so I asked him if, like they should let me film, because, you know, I, kind of, using my existence now, I guess, to show things. Which I always wanted my own PBS show, I'll be real. It's just probably a little too dysfunctional for PBS, but I never got around to filming much, and to be totally honest, it's a hard one. And that's another reason why I'm like, alright, camper's gonna be perfect, because I can't really leave the area. I can for like days at a time, but weeks at a time, no. And it's been this since I was very young. My parents are like just party all the time. But for the last few years, I was trying to get my dad back fishing, and then I started fishing because I started as kind of like a hypothetical thing. Like the food was starting to go up, and this was a few years ago, and like grew up doing so, and he's grown up doing so, but like for real, like I just grew up like farting around really, but eating some amazing things. Like I was real good on that sabiki, but uh, excluding throwing a piece of squid on a Jupiter rig, come to find out is the name. I wasn't all too good, and that's why I'm not fishing. I'm really learning to fish, honestly. Like learning to fish efficiently. So I am also trying to look for locals that are out a lot and don't mind being filmed by a random person. And I have a shitty memory anyway, so especially now. And it would be nice to meet people. And for some reason, I'm less shy, like, because I ripped the thread a little bit, but that's okay. Got some resin on the way. Ah, and damn field guides are gonna be in the mailbox tomorrow, but I'm like 100 miles away. Oh, gosh, that sounds like rain. Hey, shoot. I was not prepared at all. Why did I do that without even... My mind is so asleep. But, I mean, not. It's like wide awake now. Like, but like paralysis or something. Because For once, like, I don't have to try to fit every little, like, thing I have to do in a few hours. Because when I say my parents are in rough shape, they're in really rough shape. So when I do go there, like, when I did stay there, and, because that's the only, I would have to, it's not close enough for, anyway. Uh, they, like, almost wouldn't want me to leave, so the crime's really bad in the area, and, like, I I lived my own since since I think I turned 17 out and about, and so it's like kind of annoying, to be totally honest. But I don't push back much. I go there to see them so I don't get any of the things that I need to get done. But now I could chill and really try to plan the day out. And yeah, the air feels really good. The proximity to salt, I think, is going to be quintessential for anything with a coast that has salt water. Is pretty good. So I'm thinking that tail's too long, but it's a tiny little bait fish now. Which yellow fly, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a fly. So I mean a dry fly. I'm not sure. Maybe I should try to make a dry fly version, just based off of the other ones in the same color pattern. Let me set this here real quick. Let me just check one thing. Stop's going down because I don't know how to use the coffee maker. Alright. Let me grab this. I should be making saltwater flies. Or brackish flies. If anybody has any recommendations as far as brackish water. Because right out there is the golf course, which is on the intercoastal, but there's a sidewalk. I honestly don't think anyone would give you any weird look walking through with the fishing pole. It's pretty much this area. Which I got this, which was nice. So hopefully gonna start reading this outside, get some silence in. I can't wait. I can't ever find like a book. So early adventures from Lake Worth to Florida Bay to Boca Grande and back. Oh yeah. Lake Worth is where I am, and Boca is where I also plan on spending a lot of time. The blue is surreal. Oh yeah. The blue when you go over the bridge. I ate at a restaurant there. Really nice restaurant. Doing renovations. 90% off the whole mirror. Jesus. Menu. I was looking at him. There was okay. But really, really good. I could find out what the name was. If it's like Boca Inlet on the water. And yeah, the Sleeping Beauty blue. Like this deep, like perfect blue. Yeah. Very loyal to the blue in these parts, but that blue's a good blue too. Be right back. I'm flipping the camera around because I don't know how early the work here starts, and in case someone has to walk by. But one mythical experience was one dude walked by and he just was like, "Man, life is short," and then he proceeds to tap his eye with a screwdriver because it was glass. It was just the most memorable, uh, beautiful moment, to be honest. And it was the moments like that that I was severely missing, because moments like that require like gems, human gems. And Lake Worth is full of them. Palm Beach County in general, uh, coastal Palm Beach County in general. It's just a little hard to see or hear the gems when you get further out. Shy as shit, but I'm definitely a social person. I like it out there. But anyway, I'll be right back. Man, I appreciate that, Jack Pepper. Might be more of a bait fish than a yellow fly, but again, I'm not sure what this exactly is supposed to signify. And some things are just colored, like fire tiger isn't really depicting a fire tiger. um, that was all the examples I could come up with. But hey, Coca-Cola time. gonna try another smaller tail, a shorter tail, and this wider. I like that. The burnt bits though. They're quite splotchy feathers, but it's like a variety of colors almost that way. I think those are from the first kits I got, which I haven't been able to find ones like that. And I did pull a bunch from my pillow. I'm not too sure what exactly this feather's called that are in pillows. They have a super thin rib. I haven't tried to tie anything with them just yet. That up a bit more. This is a little short, but man, it's a convenient little thing. My hands hurt from climbing in and out of the U-Haul so many times. My eyes are freaking blistered, and I've never experienced that yet. Burnt. I wish. Raw. Freaking burns. Fire. I got some tail. When's the last time people like referred to as tail? Hey. And also gotta figure out now really the best mobile like diet and I mean it's very easy to get fresh produce in these parts. There's produce stands a lot, and Don Victoria's is kind of, man, they're the best. They have a dollar table with huge bags of produce that need to be sold that day, and even like when not, starting from scratch, like if you don't know what to cook that night, that dollar table is amazing. Or whatever gets sold too. Small bigots, chucked, I presume, are given to composters. It's one of the most brilliantly run places, and it's really small. So, fortunately, if crowded spaces aren't your thing, I want to ask a local group when the off time is. Cause yeah, you're not even walking in there, you're shuffling because it's small and packed. But At Dollar Table would be bag of mixed vegetables or all tomatoes, and you can make sauce that night. Um, and of course, like, just pretty much any meat on sale, because you could do anything to it. It's all good. Like ground meat, I want to get a meat grinder really bad. Because you can mix anything with it. You can mix like stewed down vegetables or anything, rice to make it a little bit more sticky to the stomach. Fuel. I I really like all kinds of food, but like I can't make a lot of the food that I would go out to get. You know what I mean? The stuff that I like to make to eat at this point, I still like making all kinds of stuff. It just um, I think living far from a grocery store, like going every few weeks, um, just kind of readjusted my diet to really like as simple as possible and kind of eat to live rather than live to eat. I heard that in passing on a video or something, and I was like, that's it. It's like some sausage and potatoes, and like by sausage, I really mean like, I should just say like ground meats with spices, cooked down to delicious, and that could be put on a potato, it could be put on a pita, like anything. And you're fueled and full and not tired. I get really tired when I sleep, so I do eat small portions, but I'll eat it over the course of a while. Like during the day, I'd rather that. But I want to make a outdoor kitchen. I want to make a social space again. Like again, I'm shy as shit, but my old apartment, man, and quite an extensive social life for somebody who never left their house. And half the time I'd be in my little craft room, and people would be out there playing instruments, cooking, screaming if I have sour cream. I loved it, alright? I fed my soul. So, I gotta find my friend Paul, because he's very hard to find. Probably none of my friends are doing too well, but I gotta find them. Especially Paul. Like, I could imagine it now, like trying to get like a fishing group going and then camping at Flamingo, and then anytime something's caught and wants to be eaten like that moment, you just hand it to Paul. Paul is one of the greatest cooks. Which a buddy of mine said his cooking is some highly good stuff. Which I I do need to see proof. Unfortunately, I can't just say someone's a good cook without a lot of proof. Actually, I'm very hungry. But yeah, Paul, like, oh my god, I miss it so much. Just random, something hectic's going on in his life and needs to talk about it. Which is a small town for a long time. And he would come over Whereas he's like talking, he'd be pulling stuff out of the fridge and cooking it up. And he's born and raised in Jamaica, so he has already a really like refreshing, flavor-packed like way of cooking. And like he was even hired to be a chef on an island. Spent 2 weeks. Island in the Bahamas. But the law system or whatever ruined his life and screwed him over really bad because there's indentured servitude happening in Belglade and has been for a really long time. That place is owned by private prisons and sugar farms. And one day the people will get what they deserve, because ain't no reason why the town should be like that. That like that sugar sweetens shite all over this damn world. Like, put a town square. Like, there humans aren't like built, or it's not even legal to like make a essentially a community yourself, just like plant a stake in the ground. There's so many, not only like building code stuff, which I don't even know like how to even vocalize, but like people can't do it themselves. I'm not trying to say like they're not able to do it themselves. I'm just saying like even if they could, they wouldn't be able to. But if you look up downtown Belglade, it shouldn't be like that. It should be just as beautiful as everywhere else. The Riviera is known to be like a sketchy area, but I mean, I love it there. But like, it's like there's everything's taken from the people and they're given crumbs. It's bad. But anywho, the reason why I even have like pure hatred for it, which already did, I knew about for a long time, and like a lot of people like do not like it out there, and we get constantly reminded with red tide, and like I get there's like natural things, but when the sugar fields and the big farms do the runoffs, again, I don't know how to vocalize some of this stuff, so apologies for sounding like a freaking idiot, but they gave him 101 days. And check this out, it was self-defense. Called the cops being stalked over and over again. But since he's like a dude in Taekwondo, I don't know if they just didn't take him seriously. And like he's like a trained like what's it called? Mixed martial arts and a bunch of shit. Like and so that dude walked away. It's not like he was trying to hurt him. He was like literally defending himself. Then I went to jail for 101 days. And the guy's reason for not liking him is because he didn't talk like him, whatever that meant. And just like fixated on him. And, like he's still the nicest human being you'll ever meet. Give you the shirt off his back. And out of every person I know that's like been screwed by life, like out of like the genuinely good people where like they would cause zero harm and you're like just know it, it's definitely Paul. And he used to paint all this stuff, had a really good job, everything. And then he was forced to farm in Belglade. Because if you get over 100 days, you're sent there to farm. And I tell the inmates that the produce is going to go in their meals. And it obviously doesn't. It is, you know, it's just not good. And I seen a picture of the food. That didn't look edible. It looked like one of those corn dog, like little tiny corn dog things, but the hot dog on the inside was like beef jerky. And I know the food's not supposed to be good, but y'all, the Florida heat and like you're making people farm. You can't have both things. You have to either you could have your little slavery operation if you're feeding them good. How about? Oh, freaking sorry, it pisses me off real bad. Can't even hold feathers anymore because their rage crept in. Man, it's rough out there though. I don't know if anybody has a chance to look up downtown Bel. I don't know why I'm fixating on this. It's literally on a site called Urban Hell or Reddit, whatever. There is no downtown. I mean, you got like the run through streets that have like your basic stuff because it is the like right on a. But man, all you're missing is some cowboys having a duel or someone's horse going loose because that looks like a movie set. It is not a single. That has to be the only place that there isn't a mural on the wall. And I'd probably cover any like graffiti, so like a Winwood wouldn't, but Winwood happened because I mean some graffiti artists are straight masters. I used to like taking trial just because it's like a big old art gallery. Um, Unfortunately, I'm probably a little to blame, but I got a pretty bad grade in math in high school. I'll tell you why. The kid that I sat next to was like masterful with graffiti art. And I think I spent more time watching those doodles like unfold because he sat in front of me. And to this day, he's doing graffiti. I think he even like designed some cap. I could be wrong there. Could be mixing people up because like he's a name. Like gets paid for his murals now. Maybe if I tell him my theory, I could get a little discount. Just kidding. Uh, Got a lot of mural artists here, but that's one of the reasons why it's so colorful. Um, what is that? Oh. When the silence is too quiet, like instantly get hit with a random song, and that random song was Anywhere by 112. I mean, with this spice, you can surely do it anywhere. That's for sure. It is. It is the size of a book. I do want to find like a good quality travel one. Okay, so now, I think that should be shorter. Well, you know what? I'm gonna keep it because this is something that I really want to know anyway. Is like the differences in proportions and what they look like. And I'm really close to the Lake Osborne. And I gotta try to find a fly rod in the next few days. It suck, uh, like I hate sounding like I don't, but what am I supposed to sit up here and cry or something like? And I was kind of I don't know, raised not to cry, so I don't try not to. And if I do, that means like God, listen, cause yeah. But man, I don't want my dad to freaking die before a fly rod gets here. But I'll know more tomorrow. It's easy to let like imagination run loose, especially just hearing voices on the phone. But like the quiet, like slurred speech, the like it's just bad. So this one sucks. But I think the tail needs to be longer. The hackle maybe a little shorter, and then the wing is probably fine. And the reason why I'm not fixating on it is because I think I'm just trying to focus too hard on replicating an image. And so I figured tie it however many ways they come out and tie fish each one. One thing I wish the fly rod or fly, you don't use like clips or anything, do you? Like for quick changes, like how do you quick change a fly? And so I'm also trying to figure out what leader, like a portable leader, because that's another thing. Uh, the price of some of these fly lines, $8 spool of trilene never did me wrong. All right, so I I need some recommendations, that's for sure, because the, the the differences are wild. Is that song coming up yet? I'm ready. Ready to at least try to find spots. Excuse me, my voice is still going in and out. Man, I appreciate that, Mr. Cool Cat. I've had a strange week. That's all. I don't like even have the energy to say frankly. But for once in my life, I know exactly like what I want to do with it, and really couldn't do that from the middle of a rural suburb and without a car, but no ways to like come up with enough money to get a car. And so it took like God years to to finally get back, because 6 years of just like draining. It's really brutal. Like I lost my bank account. I still have to figure out how to get a bank account, how to fix my bank, and how not to lose a phone number. Cause gosh, I feel like I feel like all that gave me a little brain damage. I'll be totally honest. It is just unusual. but can't say nothing about nothing, so I'm not gonna say nothing. Dumbass shit. I can't care. If it doesn't catch fish, make fun of me all you want. Again, if it doesn't catch fish, these bitches can wish. Let's be real. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not even that cocky about anything. Fuck fishes, get bitches. No, no. Do you know what I mean? I have to laugh. Oh, yeah. But I do like that water sound. It keeps making me feel like it's raining, man. Which it did rain, and I've been trying to uncover this box for the last, like, however many hours, and it rained and everything. This box has, like, my prized possessions, like the oldest clothes that I have, and some best intact dresses because a lot of it got destroyed, and it was outside. Man, if one drop of water hit some of that silk, like the whole box would have been tie-dye. Holy truck. And yeah. I'm really excited to try these on the salt too, because I'm gonna be testing a lot of even the flies. Perhaps one wouldn't tie for this, because you gotta excuse my ignorance. I'm like a fish out of water, if you will. But I'm really excited to be able to swim with them and actually get to see them. A lot of the fresh water, you can't see very far in it. And I don't have a test tube yet. And the pool, could probably use the pool. It didn't smell too chlorinated or anything. Might just start doing that. Because some of this stuff, like, it's driving me nuts not knowing. And I can't get it to move, like for long enough in a glass of water. Or the rain barrels. So, a strange proportion there, but that's what it'll look like being pulled by the current. There's a lot of, which I'm not too sure when this is moving what profile it will give. That's the kind of things I'm talking about when I'm talking about swimming with them. And the bait fish, though, come in all shapes and sizes and colors. And in the rocks where I plan on using the fly rod for sand perch or Manjara, sand perch is used for a few, not to be confused with the sensi bass, but the Manjara, with their kissy lips, they really do have an interesting face. Beautiful scales. And small, people use them to catch snapper and snook, but they're really, really delicious. And maybe like the bluegill of the shore. And really, really good. They hang out together, so you end up frying them together too. As in, you get a big pile. And grew up eating piles of fried fish, and it was that. And each fish is 2 fish sticks. So the rock piles are really next to the shore. If it gets caught this time of year, you could just go in the water and grab it. And I've been really excited. This could get there a lot earlier. Okay, let us see. I wanted to make a worm real quick. Or not a worm, but like a grub. I have this stuff and haven't tried it yet. I don't know if it will hold up. But I'd like to find out. I have to dig for it again. Shoot. When does this turn off? Weird. Oh, because maybe there's no background sound, so the sound cancellation turned off. I really want to try this parachute pattern, but I'm not sure if I'm prepared yet. I watched the video another 1,000 times. For some reason, I think I need to watch something on how to choose the right parachute feather. I think maybe that's another. But the tactile cat. Apologies if I mispronounced it. Use a folded feather. I don't know many patterns, but it's pretty neat. I was trying to wrap with a piece of quill, and I don't know if it's like maybe wider ostrich fur, or my hands are just not there yet. I couldn't even get it to lay next to each other. But let's see. Oh yeah, I am looking also for orange partridge feathers. I'm gonna make some scrimps, some cooked scrimps. No, there's a painting of a crawfish, lobster, shrimp, not sure, but the tail in the painting looks just like a pheasant feather, so I was going to try to tie it. And the legs of the partridge, and I wasn't sure if you could use marker on partridge or if it's like too glossy to absorb any, but this one's kind of orange. Alright, so I'm also still just, trying to tie as many shapes as possible, because I think now it'll be easier to focus. It's when I run out of something or need something, there's a store on every corner. I'm just ill-suited in my current state. So now that we're back, I'm trying to also put together a list for hooks, like what hook shanks would be probably most useful that I could source from a saltwater tackle shop. If anyone's got any recommendations. They do have Gamakatsu brand, but really just circle hooks for live bait. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so gill weave nymph. This beautiful specimen is tied by George Harmeling with brown thread, partridge fiber tail, cranic blending filament. I'll look up that. Larva lace with peacock curl. Weave on both sides for gills. Thorax, antron dubbing to match the abdomen. Ooh, I got hungry. Yeah, I might actually be too hungry for that one. I just realized I was reading it, but I was not even processing. ginger golds. Peacock with an orange floss strip on the belly. Pheasant tail. Fiber. Ginger. Ginger powder. Okay, I got everything out. Alright. I like freestyle, but I still want to understand stuff. And fish some of these pre-tied, pre-flied masterpieces. So this is the gemstone nymph, my first attempt here, and I don't have a mustache. I should write that down. It looks like a I can't tell if it looks like a wet nymph hook, if you will, or like it has a curve to it. I really can't tell. I should look it up. Damn it. Maybe Eloch mollusk is right. Our greatest limitation is typing. That's not what he said, but like the rate in which we could output or something. And every time I have to look something up real quick, like yeah, so yeah, almost had nymph hook. Man, right on. Odd. I can't wait until I'm able to see a fly in like an old video or something, or an old picture, and retie it, or like retie people's like grandpapa, granddad, grandpapa. What the fuck is this house? 1927, y'all. I've literally never said grandpapa in my life. It's a little hot in here, but this is my doing. The tour. Oh, the sun. It rises. I want to show real quick. Might as well. And now the sun's rising. Got stuff on this very handy bar. Whatever books I could bring. So I only brought fishing books. But I do have some like biographies, the Linda Greenlaw books, because I did want to read those. I just couldn't focus. I want to go back to my old reading spot, so I'll show you that tomorrow. That's right down the street. And some like that green book is dress patterns, which comes in really really good handy. Thankfully, I'm a female, so I could just anybody can, just who cares. Moving onward, I live in South Florida, so I could pretty much just wear sarongs or something like that. It doesn't have to be too technical, but when I want to make some clothes, I like to go through that, just the structure and stuff, and it's really simplified because it's focused inward on hand stitching. Anywho, the bottom one is just a little Hemingway reader, and that just makes me feel cool. I like his work a lot because it's matter of fact a lot. And it seems like the dude just like tried to experience good stuff to write about. So, and holds a lot of really neat titles for sport fishing here. Some people have some strong opinions on it. I think the dude was badass. Like the fuck, he used to go out like with the machine gun like on a tiny little like I know opinions, but this is opinions mean nothing. Like dude existed, and pretty dang well. I don't know anything about personal lives, to be totally honest, but there's the bulk of it. And yeah, trying to get it a little bit more compact. So been looking for storage bins like this that stack and lock like that. But anywho, those. Is the sun coming out yet? I like my clothes. It's often in the 60s though. I don't have any modern Lily, but I think one bag or makeup bag or something. But she wanted splotchy dresses. She sold fruit juice, and that's why when she spilled fruit juice on her dress, she didn't want it to be too noticeable. So she made some patterns and had someone print it on fabric. I think that's cool as hell. It's still a brand today, and it's associated with, like, I guess like Palm Beach prep or whatever. But I like the prints. She's passed away, and you can see Lily. She put her name in it. Trying to see if the other one. There's one that is really. I got less cats. I don't know if you. Yeah, this. I think the prints are cool as hell. So, anytime I see, I'll grab it. Because even stuff that's like damaged, could just make something with it. It's always good fabric, and usually always cotton, especially the old stuff. On the second floor. I don't know. I'm just gonna walk to this exercise paddock. Definitely nice. Somebody on a morning stroll. Oh, one more. So true. I learned how to climb Prusik knots at it, but then the golfers got a little busy, so started on that. Though you can't see it yet, but there's a sea grape tree. Yeah, oh, that's cool. Bunch of different palms. This town has a lot of variety in plants. And you see that? See this blue? Well, the camera's making it look a lot more yellow because of the brown, ashy yellow clouds, but that's rain. And the little spot is like walk down. There's that water you see there, that's in the golf course. It's a pond, but after that is the intercoastal. And it's a lot cleaner now. They planted a bunch of mangroves and that kind of stuff. And that's my Coke. So got a lot to sort. I was pulling all the lily out. This one's got 4-leaf clovers. Uh, like this 1960s as it's not lily or anything, but this is what I wore to my middle school dance with white go-go boots. I still have it. And if this was made today, and this was like the future, and I was like, I had this since middle school, it would not exist anymore. This has probably been washed a million times. It has probably been forgotten, fallen behind furniture, sopping wet a million times. And it's fine. Yeah, disregard that. But it's fine. A lot of my dresses are ripped here. A lot of the fitted dresses, they're fitted. You can't move a lot, and there's not elastic. It's cotton. And trying to I don't have any patience for discomfort anymore. If it's not 100% cotton or silk, it's going. It's getting donated, and I've gotten rid of so much that besides this material is fine. I think it's called rayon. I'm not too sure, but it's synthetic, but it's made to be like silk, I believe. Oh, shoot. But anywho, I'm excited to get out there. And gonna get some footage of the old buildings. A lot of those left. Oh, I didn't get a ginger hackle, but I got a bag of scrap right here. I could use actually the pheasant, maybe. Because there's that feather right there. It's kind of gingery. Maybe the tail being a little speckled would be nice. Oop, it's not tight in there. It has a sweet spot. But these, not sure what the metal is. Every time I tighten it, you gotta tighten it a little bit more because it's bending. It feels like butter. Does anyone know who Sabrina Wallace is? I'll be real. I have just wow, it's unexpectedly thorough and real intense. Like, just saw a clip and saw the name, looked it up. And holy trust. Thanks, Sabrina Wallace. I can double check. Oh shoot, not. Let's go first. Sort these. I'll use these for a little mobile station. Camp. Might be ideal. Yeah. Sweet. That's quick. I'll just use it. Maybe that. Some other one. Yeah. Tail. Or this one. Oh, I can't wait to get to Boca. Because I'm going to be able to see in person what quality hackles look like in a bunch of different kinds and shapes and sizes. Aren't these wild though? What? Like the webbing that goes up and just stops into the need. I want to know like what the differences, and there has to be descriptive names or something. Maybe suppliers where they get super specific. I don't know yet. Looks like brownish black. I want a little more gingery. Can I use the tip? These are very sparse. Oh. I have a bunch of hooks, just assorted hooks. I put them in a bag and I don't think it made it. So I lost a bunch of hooks. I was already real low on hooks. So I really need to zero in or just grow the balls to ask. But to be fair, I don't know that anyone has an answer for that. One day they'll carry fly tying materials. Or maybe one day they'll let me peddle them outside. Like Girl Scout cookies. Jesus, I got thin and wispy. I have to take out some. I wonder if these will register. I get some test results done today, or get some today. So probably go to sleep around 8 p.m. So unfortunately, it'll probably be these kind of odd late streams, or odd hour late streams. But could focus at night a little better because the few people or a few people in my family when the sun is up, my phone is going off the hook. But again, they're in bad shape, so stay kind of waiting. Let's get some. Uh-oh. Oh, good. I have yarn. Yarn will work. I was thinking of where's string, but that is packed in the garage. Oh man, these came in such handy. heck out of this thread. That's what I mean by tassel tag. Like, I think the negative connotation is kind of dissolving anyway, so. But, like, it's just surreal. Kit thread, like, wasn't so bad. There's actually parts of it that I really like. And it kind of reminds me of worm thread, like thin worm thread, that, or that, like, toe stuff. But the black was always really brittle. And the red is the only one I used all of it. Not all of them were brittle or dry rot. And that's what was happening with it. I'm not worrying about going up and down on this one too much because the body is a little plump on it. So. Get some peacock curl. Oh. If I were peacock, oh yeah. So quiet, it's crazy. Yeah, I kind of messed up. Now I'm gonna have like that bar. So, let me add some. The thread is so thin, it's so strong. Did you see that? Alright. So, I think what happens is I go up with this. Oh. Almost turn it like wire when I'm on one of those humps. I don't know about that. It's got enough like tact. gotta get some glue. I got Zapagap. I'm trying to figure out what brushes I see in the Flysmith streams. Looks like a makeup brush or like for lip gloss or something. I went, yeah, what's the other way? The hurl. The light kind of cancels the wire out from my side. Maybe find some different, or some other wire too, some different gauges. Mm. I did pull really hard there. But look, what the hell? It's just gone. Cool. It's not unraveling. I don't know what this stuff is made of. I do know, but I immediately forgot because I didn't write it down. And I think mine's got a good amount to catch up. Like, relearn the ability to chill. Oop. Oop. Dang it. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I forgot. Well, you know. I forgot about that glitch. Looks like it's a little back more. Like going in through the peacock, so I'm a little worried. Oops, what am I doing? I'm very hungry, but it's too early for stores, I think. I really have to get out there, because I don't even know what's around anymore. So, maybe around 7:30 I'll start walking around. Dang it, well, it's not gonna be in between a peacock pearl, that's for sure. Shoot, and I forgot the pheasant. Oh dear. Well, this is just going to be a totally different type, okay? This is going to be a shuttlecock. I do want to see if there's any patterns. Those birdies. Oh, yeah, I meant to put the claps to clamps or what have you. Now I'm in too deep. I set them down. I don't know where. One moment. I think I finally hear the coffee. Or I smell it. I'm going a little hard. Very, very, just internally hungry. I don't know if you can hear my stomach going, but I still gotta go and get groceries. Now I'm gonna focus and just do that. Gotta pull out the other ones. They have a little bounce to them, and I don't get trapped on the tool. I trap some fibers, try to get them down. My hands are like tore up, so it's also like pulling the thread. Ooh, totally forgot it's not clamped. Oh, poor fly, I'm sorry. I forgot all your parts. But, you know, I don't think this will, like, you know, come not in handy. Bluegill will like it, that's for sure. So I could go online, experiment, as simple as it gets. And yeah, so I'm gonna try to get some coffee in and try to figure out what the day holds. But I love y'all. I'll see y'all either later today or tomorrow. Probably will be doing odd hour streams until the dang lighting. Anyway, but we'll probably be doing like the. I can feel my eyes like. Look different. Like, oh my god, the last 2 days was just like the worst few days possible on planet Earth. Like I wouldn't want to explain if I could. Anyway, happy trails, love y'all. Have a beautiful rest of the day. If there's any flag patterns or anything, please let me know. And I was looking at all new things. Gonna try to get some reading in at some point. And yeah, like repair my nervous system or something. I gotta learn how to relax again. so jumpy. But, what else? Yeah, if I end up anywhere neat, I'll pop on. That's what I plan on doing. I gotta figure out, how to pay phone bills with iPhones. Cause, oh boy, I don't know what to expect there. I think it's Verizon. And, yeah, so, gotta figure out what allows for streaming out and about. Cause, anyway, good to be back. Even granted, life fell apart a little bit, but had nothing to build it back up with. There's just no resources, and I couldn't get any, so, as it is. Happy trails, y'all.